everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michala and I make videos about cozy hobbies and mainly journaling. So I wanted to today show you my traveler's notebooks, this little pair I have with the standard size and my knockoff traveler's notebook passport size, and show you how I've been using them. So these are really the two main journals I've been using for the past couple of months now. I have a Filofax personal rings planner that I use for work and planning any life events, but these two are what I use for everything else. So I've got my iced matcha I made and I lit my candle, and I thought we would start with an update on my standard traveler's notebook. So in my last video, I added this blue elastic that came with my olive color cover. I swapped this blue elastic for summertime. I had kind of a greenish one that matched the cover. It was very similar color, and I like this one contrasts a little bit. I'll show you up close so you can see. But yeah, my journal is starting to patina like a little bit, starting to become kind of more smooth. It definitely has a lot of like surface scratches, but nothing super deep. I had a different pen in here, but I have swapped it for this Muji gel pen. It's like the 0.5 size because I've been using my new Cottagecore collection pen. This I got a couple weeks ago, and I believe it's the Sport. Sorry that I don't have the information handy. It's the octagonal clip, so it's like an octagonal like shaped lid that you know, I'll show you. It twists off, you put it back on like this if you want. So I've been using this pen a lot. It's in the apricot color, I believe. I will link it below so you can find it if you're interested in anything about it. But yeah, it's not an expensive pen. It was about like $30 US, I believe. And it came with apricot colored ink. So I'll show you that in a bit. But this is the pen I've been using. I've been liking it. I don't love it as much as my Pilot Metro over here, but I still am liking it. And the only reason I don't have it clipped on here is because it does not fit. So this Pilot Metro pen barely fits, and these are the same clips, they came in a set. But yeah, the pen loop is very small and really only fits like skinnier pens. So I might want to get a new type of pen clip so I can hold larger fountain pens and things. So if you have any recommendations for pen loops that you like, maybe that would kind of be a similar look to this or something. I don't know. I could go with a different look for sure, but let me know if you have a pen loop that you like that fits a lot of different pens. So my setup has not changed much, but here's my summer dashboard that is in my pocket folder, and on the other side, I've stamped the back of my dashboard with butterfly stamps, and I just keep extra photos and dot stickers. Back here, I have this first insert where I just do kind of like monthly or seasonal spreads to recap. Yeah, I don't do these in any particular like order or method. I just come in here whenever I feel like adding more ephemera and just doing like a little spread. So I have that, and then the two other inserts I have in here I've been using a lot. I have this insert I call my diary, and this is from Sterling Ink. It is 270 pages, and I've been really loving it. The only thing is, I think that maybe I could have gotten half the pages. Sterling Ink is really nice and has a variety of sizes. You know, they have thinner ones that are more traditional traveler's notebook insert size, maybe like 60 pages, and then they have like 160, I want to say, and then this is 270. But yeah, I definitely could have gotten like half this size because this will last me forever. I figured I will just stay in here as long as I can, and then maybe at the end of this year or beginning of next year, I'll let myself get another one even if I haven't filled this up, just because I think now that I'm getting into more of a rhythm of how I write, I don't know that I could fill this up even in a whole year. I don't know, I might just want to start a new one come New Year time. But I have been using this a lot, and I will show you that, but I just wanted to also show you my latest one is my Traveler's Company brand Weekly Plus Memo. I did a little embossed like a seal right here from this press that I have that my mom got me, so it just has my name and a crescent moon. And then I'm going to put my monthly highlights in these columns. There's a year's worth in here. So I will update that today. I thought I could do that with you guys. And then the week plus memo spreads look like this. I've shown you this one. And what I'm doing is, this is the undated, by the way, so I write in the dates and I stamp the month up here. And I come in here every day and write a brief recap of what I did that day. And then if I write more, I put a little dot circle, I'll show you over here like this, to signify that I wrote more in my diary pages back here. And I will flip through and show you all of those, but I wanted to show you this week plus memo first. I've been really loving it. I've been having a lot of fun putting images here. So the first week of July, I did a little list of what I'm looking forward to over here. At the top, I block out on this first lighter line. I just continue it over here. I mark it off in pen and I put a tracker. So I have every day of the week up here. And then what I'm tracking is yoga, socialization, and reading. I just put social for short, but those are the 3 things I'm tracking, and I'll just mark an X if I did any of these on the different days of the week. And then down here, I'm tracking my media, and I have a spot right now for books, games, and movies, but movies, I might kind of change it to movies and TV shows because I do not watch a movie every week anymore. I was kind of in the habit of doing that on Friday with my kids, but sometimes my kids just want to re-watch. Lately, My Neighbor Totoro or Secret Life of Arietti over and over, and so I don't always need to write the same movie, so I might put like a TV show, movie/TV right here. But yeah, and then I just put some photos of my favorite things, or like here I put a photo of the game I played called Dinkum. I was eating these chips that were new to me that I really liked. They're stuffed jalapeno chips that were really good. I watched Whisper of the Heart, and I made a strawberry matcha. So those are just like examples of things I put photos of. And then everything else are just stickers for decoration. The next week, I really enjoyed that. I didn't need to make this list of looking forward to, since it would have probably been the same list. So what I did instead was essentially just use the same area for highlights and printed off some pictures. So this is an album I was listening to, and I noted that here. An album called World by The Rose. That was new to me, and I was really listening to it a lot and really enjoying that. I got my Cottagecore fountain pen, and I put a little picture of it here. I went to a Hot Wheels event, like a Hot Wheels monster truck show, with my son and my husband, and we took a picture. And then I had a lot of times where I was journaling out in the living room with the kids at our coffee table, and the kids would join me and do some kind of journaling of their own. So I had this picture of my daughter lying on the floor doing something, and I cut it out and put it here. And then I just put this flower sticker and this one are from a roll of this soda brand tape that I showed in my last video. I got several. This brand sticker roll is called King Jim Soda, and they're rolls of different stickers, and these ones have flowers on them, and so that's what I've been using in a lot of my, you can see a lot of them are gone, I need to cut it off, but yeah, cute little floral stickers. So I've been really enjoying that haul. If you saw my last video, all those stickers I got, I've been using them a lot and enjoying those. But yeah, so I really liked this setup. I continued it. I put, the book I was reading was Teller of Small Fortunes. I played a new game called Snacko, and I started the movie Suzumi, but I did not finish it, so I kind of just wrote started, and I didn't include a photo of it because I still need to finish it. I was watching it with my husband, and we just haven't had time to watch the second half, but I really want to because I was really liking it. So yeah, I put these floral flower crown stickers are also from the King Jim Soda brand. I got them from Jet Pens, but they're carried other places. But yeah, I've been putting a little flower crown sticker over the month just because I think, especially for July, they're very colorful and summery, so I've been liking that. And then the next week I continued the same thing. I went shopping on this Saturday, so I put like a little, this is a stamp, you can't really see the edges are clear, but they look like a stamp cut. And I put this shopping bag because I went shopping on this day. I got some new washi tape this week and played around with putting it at the top and bottom. I put fewer stickers up here, but I think that's fine. I like how this one turned out as well. I put some washi tape, another one of those stickers with the different edges and different pattern backgrounds. And I wrote a list of highlights this week, so I didn't have photos from everything I did, but I did a bunch of different things that were fun and different, including I got my tattoo, which you might have seen earlier, but I'll show you quickly. It's healing up, so it's peeling a bit. But yes, I got this new tattoo and I really love it. It is, like I said, going through its peeling phase, but it is so detailed and beautiful. So I had a really full week and kind of signified that by writing a list of highlights. And same yoga, social reading tracker up here, and weekly media. And movies I left blank because I didn't watch anything, but I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I'm going to either white this out and write TV, or just put The Summer I Turned Pretty and know that it is a TV show. The Summer I Turned Pretty came back for season 3 on the Wednesday of this week, so I wanted to put an image of that. And then here's a close-up of my tattoo. And I went shopping on Saturday with my sister-in-law, and we got these really good croissants that were stuffed with strawberries, and hers was stuffed with Nutella and bananas. And yeah, they were really, really good. And we did a lot of things this day, but this was one of the only like images I took, so I included that. And yeah, I've been really liking this setup. I've been really liking the simplicity of tracking any books or games or movies that I'm playing, instead of writing them each day like I was in my Kinbor Weekly. I just write a summary of what I was doing that day, and then I highlight over here books and games and movies, and that's just easier to see at a glance and less like repetitive. Like for example, if I played a video game or read a book 3 days in a row, instead of writing it somewhere every day, I can just, you know, put it over here that I was reading that book. And I read Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry for my book club. I played Fields of Mystria because an update was coming out the following week and I wanted to catch up on that. And I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, like I said. So yeah, this was a really great week. I also reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I wanted to say a big thank you to all of you. It's really hard for me to imagine that I have actually 1,000 people subscribed to me. For some reason, it's easy to like convince myself that they're like not real or bots or something, but that's not actually like what I believe, so I don't know why. Subconsciously, I kind of think that, but yes, thank you to everyone who subscribed to me. It means a lot to me. Definitely comment and let me know any videos you'd like to see from me, because I'd love to communicate with you guys and just know what you want to see from me. On this shopping trip, we went to a stationery shop, and I got these brass tabs, and I got one case of them and split it with my sister-in-law because we didn't know how many we would want to use. But I've been using it to signify the day I'm on, and I need to move it. We can do that right now. But yeah, I really like these because they just add a little weight to your page, and they're easy like to feel and to find where you're at. I put a green sticker on Friday and Saturday because I wrote a lot more about these days in my diary. And I've actually been in a really good habit of writing in my daily diary. So instead of putting a green sticker every single day, just because I've been writing in my daily diary so much, that's what I would have to do. To keep that up would just be put a sticker every single day. Instead of doing that, I am putting it on the days where I'm specifically continuing talking about the same thing, if that makes sense. So this is really a summary of like what I did, who, when, what, where type thing. And if I continued, like I didn't have enough room to finish what I was saying, or I continued talking about that specific thing, I would put a green sticker that refers back to this insert. Otherwise, I was journaling every day, and it was more about my thoughts and my feelings, so I didn't feel the need to put a sticker for each and every day, if that makes sense. It just seemed a bit like I would probably just use up my dot stickers really quickly that way. So I just kind of went about it by putting like if I really continued what I was talking about. So here is this week. It is Friday. I need to write about Thursday, so I'll do that. But yeah, here's how I've set it up. I went ahead and put the book I've been listening to, The Love Haters by Catherine Center. I might cover up this little blip, this little mistake I made with pen. I might cover that up with a sticker, but it's not a huge deal. And then I have over here another one of those floral stickers. I liked that up here. And I put a blue flower crown sticker for this week, and I really like that. I think I might go with like a blue and a pink theme for this when I fill it out, but I usually fill it out at the end of the week so I can fully know the games and movies and books that I was consuming, and then I can print out my photos and kind of pick my favorites. So I'll do that later, but what I will show you right now is I'm going to do my first monthly recap. It's not quite the end of the month, but I had so many things going on that I already had a bunch of favorites that I printed off, these little pictures, and I printed them on sticker paper this time. And I can do a video about how I print things if you'd like, because I might show you guys how I use Canva and how I size things, and show you my sticker paper and my regular printer paper. If you are interested in that, let me know. I could just do a quick video that shows you all about how I print and size things. I'm going to cut the excess white off on my paper cutter, and I'll be right back, and then we'll put this essentially here in July. We'll put my highlights. Matcha break. I love the color of matcha in summertime. It's just so bright and colorful. Okay, let's cut. I cut the long length on my paper cutter, and now let's just okay, there are my little pictures cut out, and I'll move my little trash pieces. This is label or sticker paper that I printed these on, and they're in no particular order. I might try to do them by like time they happened, but I have my son. He's starting kindergarten in August, and we got him all his school supplies, and here's a picture of him trying it all on. It was really sweet and something I want to remember. And then I have taking my son to the Monster Truck Hot Wheels show. And then I have my daughter at this park to represent us going to Georgia and helping with a cafe that my husband and I worked on. It's open now, and we went to help the owners kind of promote it. And there was a park across the street, and I took my son and my daughter, and I just kind of put this picture to have a photo of her, but also remember that trip. And then I have my tattoo after it was healing a little bit. I've only had it for a week, so this is just after I took the bandage off. And then the same kind of pastry image to remember my outing with my sister-in-law. And I think I'll just start by putting this one at the top. I peeled that one off, now let's line it up. I like using sticker paper when I can. The only reason I don't print on it more is that I don't want to waste it, and it's hard for me to find like a full sheet worth of, like printer paper sheet worth of images when I want to go print something. Often I don't have like that many things to print. I don't really want to wait around until I do, because then I might like lose the energy to update my different spreads and journals and things. So when I can print a lot of things at once and take advantage of the sticker paper, it's nice. Okay, and my last image I'll put down here, and then it just covers up my washi tape at the bottom a little bit, so I think I like that. Yeah, I'm really excited to see this all filled out. I think it will be such a nice spread. It'll have so many memories on it, and I think that'll be really sweet. So I've been really loving this weekly memo insert, and I've actually been liking the green a lot more than I thought I would. For some reason, the green and the black, I'm just really liking it, and it definitely makes my traveler's notebook feel more summery when I open it up and see this green insert. I am wondering if I should decorate the front of it, but I haven't thought of anything that I want to put on there yet. So yeah, there is that insert that I've really been enjoying, and it's been a really good method. I come and fill out usually at some point, like today, I will go and fill out what I did yesterday. Since the whole day is over, I will be able to summarize what I did. And then in my diary, I have been enjoying journaling almost every day. So let me show you. This is about like where I left off when I last showed you. And this is the end of June, beginning of July. So I had gotten my Jet Pens haul and put this soda sticker roll like packaging I put right here. And then I did this spread. These are orchids that I took pictures of, and I printed them off for something for my art journal. I wanted to do a painting collection inspired by these orchid photos I took, and I printed them on sticker paper, but the first time I did it, I printed on the wrong side. So you can see like the back side of the sticker paper has the brand on it, you know, and it's like smoother because it's the side you're supposed to peel off. I accidentally printed on the back side, and so they smudged a little bit like over here when they would get like damp at all. It smudges easily, but I had them sitting around and they actually looked pretty good quality, so I didn't want to, I'll show you this one again. So I didn't want to waste them, so I cut around, like they were full photos, but I cut around the flowers and stuck them in here, and then I just wrote just kind of like a big update about a lot of different things that I was feeling, and wrote all around the orchids. And I just glued them down because they're like not peeled since they're printed on the back side, if that makes sense. So I just did not peel them and glued down the paper side so they would stay in here. And then this is when I got my Cottagecore pen, and it came with this really nice orange ink in it, which for some reason I didn't expect. I mean, it came with the cartridge and I had to insert it, but I didn't know it would have matching ink. So that was a nice surprise, and I decided just to go with it. And the rest of my July entries are in this nice orange ink. And I've been doing the same thing of making a margin about 8 grid spaces in. I might start putting my margin like 5 grid spaces in, or I might just drop it all together. I do kind of like that I can tape things in it and then have it like a flap, but sometimes I kind of wonder if I could just put the image anywhere and write around it. I just like this method for all the times when I come and write in here and don't have my stickers and don't have any printed pictures and I just want to write and I won't know what I want to stick in here. I just leave this extra space. So this was a day my kids were journaling with me and they gave me this little bluey sticker from their coloring book they were journaling in. Here is one of those King Jim Soda sticker roll stickers from the, I think it's called Resting Animals one, and this is from the Stamps one, Stamps roll. And then here is the music I was listening to, that same album by The Rose. I found The Rose like a couple weeks ago, and I don't know how I never knew about them. They're a really great band. I've been loving listening to them. This spread I really like. I think the same stickers, you know, I've just been using them a lot, so nothing crazy new. I'm just using them because I really like them, and they really fit the summer feel, and I love how they look with the orange ink. Here's a little notification I got from YouTube when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Actually, when I almost hit 1,000 subscribers, they sent this to me, which I kind of thought was funny. It says, "Woohoo, you're almost there." But I printed that off because that was just kind of special to me when I was, I think since I've been 16, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and I'm just pretty happy that I actually did it. Pretty proud of myself that I finally followed this dream I've had for a long time. Here's another photo of my tattoo because I love it so much, and because this is like at the tattoo shop. I wanted to include this in there. You can see I was writing not a whole page every single day. This is a continuation of the last day, and I got ink spread here. Sometimes when I'm journaling with my kids, I'll put my pen down in, like, you know, with the cap off, I'll put it like right here, and then I'll get distracted and somehow my hand will graze the nib and I'll spread ink around. I don't even know how I'm always so messy, but I like this spread a lot. I had got these new washi tapes from shopping with my sister-in-law. I got a sticker roll that has keys on it. This is like a keyhole. You can't see it super well, but it has keys and like keyholes and locks and things. And I also got this floral one and this plaid one, and they go really well together, and they're like a sage greenish or olive green, maybe light olive green. And I actually really liked the color combo with the orange ink, and then this sticker also went really well. I wasn't really looking for anything to match. I just kind of wanted to swatch my new washi tapes, and I thought it looked really nice. This looks not bad, but a little less nice to me. That's why I might change up the margin method I'm doing. But I do like that later if I want to write a little blurb and like an arrow to this photo, that I could do that and, you know, explain things a little more in the margins is nice. But yeah, I wrote about this day and then included some images. The Fields of Mystria update was coming out the next day, so my friend and I played Fields of Mystria and kind of like got ready for the update the night before, and I was doing a festival that I still hadn't done, which was like this festival with your animals that's in winter, and there are these little like cutout stands where you could put your faces through, and the guy that I want to romance in the game was already in it, and so I came up next to him and I took a picture on my phone because I thought it was cute and kind of funny. And then here's another picture from that day at the park with my daughter. The next couple days were more simple. I did fill out a whole page a day. You can see the dates, like this was the 21st I filled in, and then the 22nd. And it's really not that much writing compared to some people I know, especially because I put the margin, but I'm still getting used to writing a lot, and I like that this is a pretty gracious and simple way. A pretty easy goal of mine is to fill out a whole day, a whole page each day, and given that I do the margin, that's not, you know, too bad. But once I get used to this, hopefully I could do a whole spread every day, but we'll see. Another one of these animals, 2 little ducks in the water. I put Fields of Mystria update came out, and I put this little tag from the Offline brand by Aerie. I got a couple yoga tops, or workout tops, but I'm going to use them for yoga. and I really like them. The quality's really nice and they're really flattering. So I put this little tag just to kind of remember that, and I wrote in here about how I was liking wearing those tops a lot. This was a good bit after I got my pen, but I forgot this sticker came with it. So I put this Cottagecore sticker here and another washi tape that I had got that same day but didn't swatch. I wanted to use it here. And then I wrote a little note of what I was listening to / watching while I was journaling. I was listening to a video by Michala here on YouTube of her currently inked. So she was swatching all of her pens and what they're inked with. And that was really nice to listen to her and kind of journal with her virtually. So I filled this out while listening to that, and I thought that was a nice way to use the margin, is to write down anything you're listening to or watching while journaling. This most recent spread is from the last couple of days. So this was yesterday. I just have a washi tape here that I thought kind of went with this. This is the last orchid that was printed on the wrong side of the paper, and it had gotten water on it, so I didn't use it in the other spread, but I actually really still liked it and put it in here, and I didn't mind the water making the ink bleed on it. But then I was filling this out this morning about yesterday, and I had something on my hand from my children. I swear when I journal with my children, just somehow they get me messy. And I had something on my hand and I put it here. Oh my gosh, did I do that just now? Guys, my hands, I must have touched my cup. I'm literally, this is what I'm saying, I'm a mess. I probably want to get waterproof inks because I'm so messy. Yeah, so I literally did the smudge right now because I touched the condensation on my cup and I'm talking with my hands. But whatever, that's why I'm not too precious about my journals, because things happen. But I like how the sticker turned out overall, and I am considering moving to not doing the margins and just writing larger and maybe incorporating washi tapes or stickers inside more like this. You know how like this breaks up the text, but we'll see. There's nothing wrong with this and I am enjoying it. So there's that. I am hoping to run out of my Diamine Merlot ink that's currently in this pen and put this green ink that I have and start journaling with that for August. I don't know why. I just kind of like the idea of maybe monthly changing my inks. And since the orange is currently in here and I don't have more of that, I'm thinking I might put the green in this pen and use that so I can come back to the orange if I want to. But yeah, I've really been liking this method. It's really fun. I will try to stop smudging my inks and things. There is a little bit of ghosting on this paper with the inks, but it never really shows up much by the time I fill in this side of the page, so I haven't really been too worried about it. I have only tried a couple fountain pen inks in here, so I will update if I'm having further issues. But yeah, I got it wet right there, so it's like leaking through there. But yeah, I've been really loving this setup and loving the week plus memo insert combined with my diary insert. The only thing I might change is getting a thinner diary insert next time, so I can kind of have the fun of a lot of pages, but being able to switch it out a lot more quickly than I would with this one. This one will take me forever. And I might like that. I'm still kind of learning, you know, but I'm glad I finally found a method that I'm liking. And just with a couple edits to it, I think it'll be perfect for me. So that's really exciting. So yeah, I've been loving my Traveler's standard size. And then I wanted to show you how I've been using my Passport. So this is knockoff brand, just something from Amazon. So I never mind getting it messy, which is really nice for me right now because I really do take this size with me a lot of places. I have my Pilot Metro pen in the, I think it's gold color. And like I said, it has Diamine ink in Merlot. So it's like a wine red color. It's tight in this pen loop, but it does fit. Been really liking that pen. It's a medium nib, and I think my handwriting just looks a little better with a medium nib because I write a little bit bigger. I'm getting used to writing smaller. So I just like that. I have not decorated my paper folder in here, but I'm still really liking it. It keeps my dot stickers for my index that I'll show you. I have several colors in here. And then I just have the sticker I printed myself from a floral ink painting I did. And then I have a couple like little pieces of ephemera. This is just like a floral piece of paper back here. So that's all the same. I have decorated the covers of them, so I'll show you. This first one is my commonplace, and I think I might write commonplace here, but it is my commonplace, mostly referring to art and like art inspiration. That's what I find I want to commonplace, like write down quotes and articles and like copy over articles that I want to keep. Instead of putting them all on my phone, I like having them physically. So my index is divided by these colors, and the first is art and artists, second is media and quotes, the third is hobbies and special interests, the green is spirituality and growth, and the blue is writing and inspiration. So that's how I kind of divided it, but they're all very like art based. The first page is just a blurb I did, and I did it very crookedly. But to intro what I wanted to do in here, I left this blank because I am funny and always leave the first page blank. Sometimes I come back and put something in here like a vision board or something, but I just always leave it blank. I think it's just like the fear of commitment to start. I don't know. Then I have some writings about Helen Frankenthaler. So these are either like articles that I transcribed or quotes or both. So none of my own words or thoughts in this one really, just quotes and articles. And like over here I put a margin and put like either additional facts, or for in this case I forgot a word when I was transcribing. You know, I wrote put this quote in here and I missed the word purely, so I put a star and fixed that over here. Here are some images of her art with text that I put in. I formatted this in Canva and printed it out and just glued it in here. And there are blurbs about each piece of artwork. I like to, best I can, remember the names of the pieces of artwork that I put in this book, and the mediums and the year. I try to put as much information as I can. So if I can't find like the name of it, like some pieces aren't named, they're from like the artist's journal or something, I'll just put whatever it said on the site. I found it on like Works on Paper, and the collection, this was from a collection of works on paper, and here's the year time span that that collection was painted during. I have my pink dot to signify that it's an artist, and this is Mark Rothko paintings and information. I didn't put his picture like I did the other artists, but I do plan on printing that off and putting it in here and just taping it like over top like a flap. I have Georgia O'Keeffe that I was writing about. I really was mostly interested in their processes and their own words about their art. As an abstract artist, I am trying to figure out how to talk about my art and what it means to me. And I think as an artist, sometimes you can feel quite alone in your pursuit of art and in your inspiration, but none of us are alone. And Googling why they created and getting their own words about their art always makes me feel less alone and like, oh yeah, this is a similar reason to why I paint. So it's nice to find the connection there. And I want to do more contemporary artists soon as well. This one covered up this picture, so I just taped it in like that so I could still read the bottom of it. And then I have a whole spread of Georgia O'Keeffe paintings that were, these are more popular, or well-known I should say, and then these are a little less well-known, and I was interested in like how different this piece is than her more famous ones. Then I have a picture of me with a Georgia O'Keeffe from, I think I put in here, 2018. Then I moved on from the artist thing to, I was listening to some interviews with Maggie Rogers, also an artist, but like a writing musician artist. So I put a different color dot, and they were from different interviews. So I tried to write the interview and then like what she was talking about, and then the quote. So the quote would have context and make sense without me having to write on the whole interview. And then I have the latest thing in here is an article about, it's called London's New Generation of Abstract Painters. And I kind of ended up screen capturing a lot of it and putting it in here, and I'm going to write about it, but I kind of wanted to put in here so I wouldn't forget. And to, yeah, I can make annotations about it, I can highlight, or I can write other quotes next to it. But yeah, I enjoyed putting this in here and kind of just put a section per page. And then here were some of the actual artists mentioned in the article. And yeah, that's what I have so far in here. Then two more bigger images. I was more interested in, again, these more contemporary artists and what they said about their art. So not really like capturing pictures of their art, but I did want to remember who the article was mentioning, so that kind of like to give them credit, but also just to remember. But yeah, I've been really liking this commonplace one. And then I have my mini reading journal that I decorated the front of. And I think I'll write in here reading journal on the front page. There's that blank first page. And then I have The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer I started with, The Power of Now, which I keep going back to, so I'm going to write more about it, and left even more space to write about that one. But I have been reading more, so I have let myself move on and just keep space to come back to this book. So I left some space and then moved on to Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wong, The Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. And you can see my handwriting's really messy. This isn't lined paper, and I really do take this with me everywhere. So I'll write in here in bed, on the couch, wherever I'm reading. So I just don't mind that my handwriting's messy. Sometimes it's straighter and nicer, and sometimes it's not. I try to just really let this be a place where I can be free. There's smudged ink down here because, again, I am messy. Sometimes I put the chapter I'm referring to if it took me a long time to read the book and I'm coming back to give an update. I'll write the chapter I'm on. I did a June wrap-up to remember the books I bought, and I'm hoping to do this for July as well. So I have my bigger reading journal where I do spreads for each book, and I've been putting in here a wrap-up of the books I read and then what books I bought and how much they cost. So I still need to figure out how much I paid for Problematic Summer Romance on Kindle because I couldn't remember, but I had my receipts for the other books that I bought physical copies of, and I put the price and all the books I bought. Messy, big handwriting for this book. And then the latest thing I've been doing is putting a strip of this washi tape that was gifted to me in a wellness box by Peyton's Corner here on YouTube. I will link her channel because she is amazing. And she streams video games and has a really cozy, lovely community. And I won a wellness box for this live stream she had that was supporting endometriosis foundation. And so it was like an all-day stream, and she had a bunch of giveaways, and I ended up winning this wellness box from her, and she gave me the sweetest things. They were so thoughtful and personalized, and I cried when I opened the package because it was that nice. But one of the things she gave me was this washi tape because she knew that I did my reading journal. And it has this repeating little box for you to put the title, author, date, and rating. And I thought that was so handy. And I haven't quite figured out how to use it in my reading journal, but it is perfect for my other journals. If I don't want to make a whole spread, I can put this in here and just cut off a strip of it and put it in here and fill it out. So that's what I've been doing, starting with First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I did that. And I'm currently reading The Teller of Small Fortunes, and I'm taking forever to get through this. I have actually read my book club book, A Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, before I finish this one. I'm still finishing this one, and I've already started The Love Haters by Catherine Center. I want to finish it because I am over halfway through, and I'll make myself finish it, but it's kind of slow. So spoiler, I might not give this one a high rating. But yeah, this little mini reading journal has been really nice, really handy to keep with me and have a place to write down physical notes and to not be precious about it and to use messy handwriting and just to have fun. And the little book covers are totally extra. You could definitely do this and skip that. I literally just like it because it's a visual cue right away for me to see what book it is. And I like printing things off, and I already print a bunch of things, so it's not a problem for me. I have added this little envelope where I keep my book covers. So if I went ahead and wanted to print a lot of covers, I would add books that I recently bought so that I already have a cover of it. Come time for me to add it in there, and that way it's easier when I start a new book just to find the little cover and add it. So that's in there. I still have this little postcard with sticky notes stuck to it just in case I want to add in a note into my reading journal or anywhere else and kind of put like a placeholder for a book and use it as a reminder. I haven't really needed it yet, but I do like that it's back here and it adds an extra stiffness, kind of like a pencil board. Another sticker of mine just for decoration and to kind of personalize this a little more. And then my last one is my creative writing insert, and I have a little key that's pretty simple. It just has book ideas. So for like novels I want to write, either for kids books or like fantasy longer novels, songs and poems, and free writing. So when I went on a trip to DC, I used the free writing to write about what I was doing because I didn't have my standard traveler's notebook with me, and I would use it to reference and fill in my standard traveler's notebook diary when I got back from the trip. So I just categorized it under free writing, where I'm just writing about my thoughts in my day. I journaled and would do little illustrations with some of it. And then I have blue is for, this was an idea for a book idea I've already started, but some further information and ideas I had about it. This is a song I was writing. I'm kind of self-conscious about showing them, so I don't really want to show them too long, but I did want to show you how messy and free it is in here to hopefully help you, I don't know, feel comfortable if your journals are kind of messy. But yeah, pink is because this is a song idea I had. I wrote a lot of these in my phone and then came and wrote them in here later, but not at a desk, so my handwriting is very messy. Several song ideas back here, and that's all I have for now. I do like having extra space because I get writing ideas a lot when I'm out and about, and I put them in my phone, and I really like to put the ones that stand out to me or that I really want to remember in here. But yeah, so far, still loving this little journal so much. It is so fun. But yeah, I've been really loving these two journals. They've been like everything I need other than my little Filofax planner. These are my go-tos. They feel like such creative, safe places. This one I really just use whenever I feel like it. So hopefully it'll take me a little while to fill it up, just because I actually kind of love the setup. I don't really want to fill it up too soon and have to replace the insert. I like it how it is. And these are the Moleskine pocket size notebooks, so they are not passport size, but I just don't care. I really like them. I love the paper. I love the size. If anything, I could see myself one day getting a cover to fit these inserts. I might get inserts to fit this cover, but we'll see what I do. I'm kind of interested in the Paper Republic brand cover. That's their smaller one, their smaller portfolio cover. So maybe I will get that one day, but for now, these have been serving me really well. Yeah, and I really love them both. I just wanted to share them with you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. It means so much to me. I'm so happy I get to share my journals with you, and I would love to know any changes you've made to your journals that you're liking. And yeah, I hope my setups are helpful to you in any kind of way, or that you just enjoy looking at them. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for being here. Bye!